What up? It's me. It's your girl, Ichihara Mizuki. I don't know why I'm here, but no, I know why I'm here. I'm here to redo that really gross ear tutorial from like last month that everyone has been watching for some reason. And I look back and I'm like, why does this exist? My exact reaction is just. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know why that has like at the time of recording this, it has 800 views on it, and what the heck, where are you all coming from? So I'm gonna be showing you several different types of ears today, although I will probably only narrate the process of one, and then speed up the others a little, not too much, so you can still follow along if you want to. It's pretty simple, so nothing too complicated, at least I think so. Anyway, let's get right into it. So I'm gonna be getting right into it. I am using my own model. This is my redesign, so that's why it looks new. It's a completely different style to my other one video. And again, the first thing you want to do is create a freehand group. And then I will start with just cat ears like last time. So you want to adjust the group to however big you want your ears to be. And where you want your ears to be, so just like play around with it a little bit. And then what I do is turn on the mirror tool, which is up here. I'm going to use one of my existing textures. So the first style of ears would be like the last tutorial, so I'm just gonna it's more like your standard cat ears. And I just want to add, I'm going to reduce the width of the hair, and I'm just going to add some fluff around the sides. Obviously you don't have to do this. You can do whatever the hell you want with your ears. But this is what I'm doing on my end. Then with this freehand group selected, you want to go and make another freehand group. And then adjust it slightly behind the other one. I'm going to turn off mirror for this. Just ever so slightly behind the other one. And I'm turning mirror back on, and I'm going to increase the width so I can fill in this space behind the ears. And you want to make sure you're going from the downwards up, otherwise the hair physics will mess up when we eventually get around to setting those. And see, that's not a bad start. Obviously you can fine tune them however you want. You can make it so there's more at the back. I'm just gonna leave it as that. And I think I might actually move it back a bit more. Obviously, like when you move freehand groups, that kind of happens, so you're gonna have to edit it a little bit. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I don't mind the tufts at the top. And with that group selected that you just made, just adjust it forward a little bit so it's not like covering the front of the ears, but it's also not, you know, at the back. And then you want the color for your inside of the ears. Well, I'm just gonna use blue because it's also a part of my hair. And you don't have to do this, obviously. You can like make your own inside, but I like to reduce the width and then draw a bunch of fluffs, just tufts of fluff. Obviously, again, you can go make another freehand group and pull it forward. And then using that, you can expand on the detail like that. You don't have to do that, but I'm going to add the bones now, since I think I'm happy with my ears. And what you basically want to do is select all the bones on, select all the hairs on one ear. Obviously, it might be better to do this in the freehand group selection, just to make sure you catch all of them. But I'm just going to do it here for simplicity's sake. So I'm going to add bone group, and I will adjust the fixed point. So basically what this means is the dot at the top, where the bones are, is what will move. So you don't want it down here, because then it will move. The entirety of it will move. So you just want it like around here. And again, like if you've already done one ear, you can just select the other one. Create your bone group. And then adjust it. Now, if I had done what I did before in the last video, is draw that back of the ear like that, downwards instead of upwards, the fixed point would have started at the bottom, which is not what we want, because then obviously the bottom is going to be moving. So then you can go to camera / exporter to test out your ears. This will take a bit because there's a lot of physics on this model. And then go to post an animation. And obviously just like do something that moves. Then you get to see them moving. You can play around with this, so they have more or less movement depending on your tastes. Now onto the bunny ears. Okay, so here you can do something a bit differently to the other ears. So you can select all the hairs that are not the part of the front part of the ear and create a bone group for that. Obviously adjust your fixed point as usual, but then you can also make a separate one for the inside of the ear so they move independently of one another, if that's the look you wanted to create. It adds a bit more motion to the ears. As we will see in a second. Adjust the fixed point. Again, you can adjust stiffness and everything for your ears. I just have chosen not to. And then your ears move like that. Obviously ignore the accessories on my model going crazy. That's before she was edited in Unity, obviously. So yeah. Okay, so this next one is going to be a little unconventional. This is going to be an one up and one down ear set. So it's going to be interesting, but you do not want mirror on when you are making the ears this time. You're going to have to make them separately. Okay, now here's the really tricky part. It's going to take some fine tuning, but to do the floppy ear, I'm not very experienced with this myself, but I thought I would include it. It's very experimental. So you want to like angle it off the head. But obviously doing that is hard. And you want it to go inward to the head so that the hair doesn't go off. And you can build off this to create another ear. And a handy trick to moving this around is hold shift and then drag, and you can drag your model around. It's a lot easier to see specific parts that way. I just want to move this inwards a little bit. And then I will do the inside again. This isn't amazing, but it is a very interesting ear style that I kind of like. So again, you can just create your bone groups. Okay, this one's a bit messed up, so I did it wrong way. I probably did it upwards to down instead of down to up, but we're just gonna ignore that. I'm gonna remove that one from the bone. I'm gonna remove that from the bone grip. So again, you can see that moves. And that's about it. Thank you all for watching, and if you have any questions or just something you'd like to see me cover, don't forget to leave it in the comments below, and I will do my best to get around to it whenever I can. I hope you have a nice day. Bye bye!